Listen to this. The culture is just so narcissistic. I'll break down some scenarios that let you identify narcissistic people. One of the things about narcissism is feelings will trump logic to the point because it makes them feel uncomfortable. Narcissistic people aren't really receptive of hearing anything about themselves because a lot of times they think they're perfect. So therefore, they're not going to hear anything you have to say to them. I'm going to give you some scenarios that show you narcissistic people in the culture. In most cases, I'm going to give you examples. In most cases, women come out the womb with value. Therefore, they lose their value as they age when it comes to the opposite sex. You ask me how? Most men value youthful women more than they value older women, because naturally women come out the womb with value. So if a woman comes out the womb with value, she has to monetize and take advantage of that opportunity before it's too late. A man, on the other hand, has to earn his value because men are measured based on what they've accomplished. A woman could say she's a woman just because she's breathing. A man can't say he's a man until he has accomplished things. I didn't create the standard, I just understand it. And this is what we have created to be a normality in our culture. Another one, right? Most men don't value women who's been promiscuous. But yet and still, women will say things like, if a man can do it, I can do it. But this is the difference, and I say this logic of a narcissist. Narcissistic mentalities, they believe that they're the exception to the rule. In most cases, most women that are promiscuous will not get high value men. I'm not sitting here saying a woman that's promiscuous can't get a man. I'm just saying she won't get a high value man because naturally high value men are more conscious of every decision they make, and they won't attach themselves to a woman that didn't keep herself in good standing. But again, the narcissistic women will say, I did my thing, but guess what? He's supposed to want me for the way I am. Therefore, learning that you have issues because clearly it goes against logic because of your feelings. Your feelings is telling you he should accept you the way you are. But logic says that's not going to happen in most cases. Look at the analogy of just confronting a woman about something you feel about her. Look at how fast the conversation shifts to the point where she plays the victim even when she's wrong. You're trying to tell her about herself and it's to fix, but automatically she goes on the defense. Most people who are very defensive, they lack something called emotional maturity. And when they lack emotional maturity, they always justify their behavior by constantly bringing up something in the past to justify the current moment because they lack emotional maturity. The narcissism is creating my feelings. Oh my God, if you're telling me about myself, so guess what? I'm gonna deflect and bring up something you've done because I don't like to be quoted about me. So guess what? I'm gonna bring up something about you. That is a heavy dose of narcissism, heavy dose. But again, it's in our culture heavy, but people don't like to talk about it. Another one is look at the parenting cycle. Science says that children grow healthier, more intelligent, they have better careers, they're less likely to go to drugs. We can keep going on the problems, but watch the narrative. Watch how many women you hear say that they can raise their child by themselves. There has to be a level of delusion there because in most cases, the children that come from single parents, they don't have a great statistic when it comes to winning. But the narcissism in a lot of the women that are parenting believe that they don't need men to raise these children. That's the superior complex, where you believe that you're the superior being. Logic says 2 parents will always co-parent a child better than one. I don't care whether it's a man or whether it's a woman doing it. 2 parents are always better than one. I can go on for days, but I'm gonna give you one more. Look at how nowadays women will volunteer man's money, but a man has to earn a woman's respect. Look at how sick that sounds. The man goes out and fights life to earn resources, but a woman just feels entitled to the resources, not all. But a lot of women nowadays feel very entitled to a man's resources. When I'm telling you these logics, it's because this is the narcissism in our culture. When you feel entitled to anything, it says volumes about you. I think logic says everyone should get respect across the board. A person shouldn't have to earn your respect, right? I do believe that a person should earn how much attention and time we give someone, but to earn someone respect because of the fact that I'm spending my resources on you, you don't think that's weird? You don't think that's sick? So when you look at these narratives, you see that In our culture, narcissism is heavy, heavy. And I have to ask my men before I get out of here. Go to your woman and mention something to her that she did to bother you, and watch how fast she flips it on you, because she doesn't want to hear about herself, because of the fact that you might be dating a narcissist. And in most cases, the person that calls the person a narcissist is usually the narcissist. They can't see themselves. Because again, emotional maturity is something that's not taught in our culture. Being able to take yourself outside yourself and feel the feelings of others is not taught to us. It's all about how we feel. Narcissists. Don't let this go over your head.